Hi, I'm Shraddha Srinath and you're watching NDTV Tamil Cinema. இதெல்லாமே unplanned தான். So 2018 was a year of no releases and all the journalists would ask me, madam, no films happening, tell us something new, any new signing, and I'm like, I'm just busy shooting. So in the 2019 it's going to be full of releases. I don't know, I feel like I've struck a balance. I mean, I aspire to strike a balance. I'm trying on a daily basis. Who says that, like commercial success is not equal to like good films? You can do both. Vikram, Vedha, or Peria example, The Jersey is a big example. So I'm just playing to my strengths and it's somehow working out for me. My gut mainly, or a close group, like I have my friends, I have some very close friends, I have my mom and dad, your manager, so we all sort of, I bounce these ideas off them and we sit and discuss or list of pros or list of cons, and then we're like, should we not? So this is sort of my selection process. I ask it. And interesting thing about my friends and family that they are not film people, so they tell me or basic common person's sort of suggestions and their ideas. So it's pretty interesting. I think it's the emotions and it's cricket. And our country cricket is religion, as you know very well. That and I think the emotions that they have showed are just so beautiful. It's at so many levels, it's so many things. If I just talk about my character, Sarah falls in love with Arjun for the passionate cricketer he is, the passionate man he is. He's ambitious, he's a fighter, he's very loving. Okay, 10 years later, he's not passionate anymore. He's quite aimless. He's not a cricketer anymore. There's no love left really in between. How does a wife of 10 years, how do you deal with something like that? She's handling the whole house. She is, he shows no signs of regret, apparently. He is going through his own turmoil. So it's so many things happening. I think it's just very good writing. It's very emotional and it's a very well-made film. Telugu audiences are really appreciative. Not just Telugu audiences, down south also, and maybe it's making waves in Bollywood also. So yeah, so this film is psychological thriller. Like the male and the female have grey shades to their character. Pata, you can tell that it's not linear. It's got lots of twists and turns, and so I play the role. I play the name of my character is Malarvari, and she's a writer. Arul Nidhi's character is also a writer. He's a writer and filmmaker, aspiring filmmaker. So the only thing that they have in common is writing, and the only thing that they have in common, another thing that they have in common is that they both will go to any lengths to write about something interesting or to seek inspiration as writers. Sometimes you don't know, okay, what else to write? What next? What do I write about? So for them, writing is life. Malarvari and this boy, they meet. What happens? What transpires after that? Rakshas and Pakala, and I've heard so much about that film. I heard it was amazing. So I don't know if there will be comparison. That's also a psychological thriller. This is also psychological. Tomorrow there will be another psychological thriller. There have been 1 million psychological thrillers made in Tamil, and of course. So no, that thought never occurred to me. It's so important for me to like my director and to enjoy talking to him and discussing with him and to like strike that chord, it's not just yes sir, but it's also with Bharat. I just became like friends. Like there was such a beautiful director-actor relationship where I throw questions at him, I throw ideas, he says, yeah, we can do it. And I'm like, maybe not this, like that openness where we can discuss so many things. I love that about Bharat. And he is planner extraordinaire. He is all about planning, executing, discipline, full organization. He comes from a corporate background. He was an HR person before this. And I love that he has so much discipline in his work, his team. He's amazing. That's Bharat. Arul Nidhi is super professional and an incredible performer. I had not watched his movies before I signed this film. The only thing I knew is that there is this talk. People say that if Arul Nidhi is doing it, other it'll be a good film. So that's an amazing reputation to have. It doesn't take hours of physical preparation as much as it takes hours of mental preparation. So I'm spending hours thinking about my character. I used to rehearse in front of the mirror back in my theatre days, but back then my style itself was so different. I was so different. I was younger. This that. If a narration is going well, up away I can start visualizing my character. I can start visualizing how she would react to it or what expressions she would give. And if that starts happening, those visuals, if I can see myself performing it, and I know that I'm saying yes to a film. That's where it all begins. The process of selection or rejection, right from there. So yeah, it's all, like I said, it's all very psychological. Although I do believe it's too premature to talk about it now. It's very early. So it's Mara, and we're scheduled to begin August 2019. It's actually very different story, and our role, our relationship, what the characters we are playing, it's extremely different. It's like two poles apart. It's actually very interesting. So this is what I have understood from being in the industry for like a short period of 3-4 years. I have understood that we're all working to sell our work. Some headlines need to be written. They could be sensational, they could be like attention seeking, whatever, but they will be written in a certain manner, because if it's interesting as a headline, people will click. If people don't click, it means it's not catchy enough. So some headlines will be written in a very like, this will shock you, what happened next will blow your mind, stuff like that. It's clickbait. It's called clickbait journalism. Okay, you're doing it because the more clicks you get, the more reach it gets, the more money it garners. I understand it's a business. You're doing your job, I'm also making jokes about it. It affects me slightly in the beginning, and then I laugh about it, because I realize that any publicity is good publicity. In the end, my name is spoken about. More people know about me. Some people ask, yaar in the ponnu. Some people like, oh, in the ponnu. So like in the end, they'll Google my name, see, this girl. And what I realized, I understand what the journalists are doing. It's their job. It's sometimes unethical. Sometimes it's not so serious. It passes. Sometimes it's serious. It can tarnish someone's reputation, or it can fetch them a lot of hate. And you know how the social media is, like mob mentality is a thing, is a real thing. We are cinema crazy people. If something is spoken, it's not, but I have made my peace with it. It's not an excuse. I never, in the name of my job, would hurt someone or tarnish someone's reputation or say something that, like, basically lie or whatever. I would never do that. But yeah, what I've also learned is that silence is golden. So you let it pass. Enjoy, reap your benefits. You're working hard, you're famous. Nothing new to talk about, except there's a bunch of releases. K13, there's Nerkonda Parve, of course, Tamil. Kannadala, there's Rustam, there's Godhra. In Telugu, there's nothing new to talk about as such. Yeah, so this year is going to have nice releases and some new signings, I hope. From the trailer and from the teaser, I'm sure you can tell that it's an interesting film. I hope you come watch it in the theaters. I think you'll really like it. Thanks.